A new day, a new place, but the same old face. It's me, Narmada Rao, psychologist and an NLP trainer from Master Yourself Academy. Welcome back to our YouTube channel and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about a virus. Not the virus that affects your computers, not the virus that affects your body, but the virus that affects your mind and the virus that makes you affect other people's minds as well. This bug is called the bug of comparison. You are very familiar with that, I know. Well, that is something that we all do, don't we? As a parent, we compare children. As a teacher, we compare children. As an adult, I compare myself to others. Imagine, we are all the time comparing ourselves to somebody or something or the other. If your comparison is actually helping you to learn in ways that are healthy, that's great. But if your comparison is stopping you from being your best self, if your comparison is stopping you from trying new things, then that is something that we can look into today. Imagine if somebody asked me to sing. If I compare myself to the other person in the room and say, oh my God, that person sings very well, I don't sing that well, I would never be able to sing. Or even take, for example, dancing. If I think about what are others going to think of me, others are dancing much better, I'm not that good a dancer, in comparison to whom? You're not that good a dancer in comparison to whom? Hrithik Roshan? Well, it doesn't matter. If they kept comparing themselves to other people, I'm sure they would have never danced at all in their lives. There is always someone who's going to be better than us in something or anything that we do. But that's not the point. The point is, do you enjoy doing it? If you do, then drop the comparison and just get started. Even when you're talking to kids, it's so important to not compare children to one another. If your kid comes and says, Mom, I got 75%, and you're like, okay, what is the highest percent in your class? Oh, you should have done better. Now the child feels that he has to prove himself, that he's in a battle against the others. He's always pitched against the others. So he grows up thinking that he has to be comparing himself to others all his life. And he's going to continue doing that in all forms, not just in studies, but in everything else. Anyone who compares usually cannot be very confident. Because when you're comparing yourself, you're literally putting yourself against somebody. And unless somebody is worse than you, only then you'll be happy. If you find anyone better than you in any angle, and if that makes you feel bad or less confident about yourself, that's the recipe for disaster. So if you really want to go ahead and live your life, drop comparisons, stop comparing children to one another, stop comparing yourself to others. It doesn't matter how many likes somebody else's photo got, how many wishes somebody else got. What matters is, are you happy doing what you're doing? And that's about it. That's what matters the most at the end of the day, isn't it? When we die, nobody's going to compare us saying, oh, this person's grave is 6 feet, that person's grave is 5 feet, will they? They won't really think about that. They're only going to think about how good a person you've been, and that's all that matters. So, stop the comparison, remove the virus, and have a great life ahead. Go ahead and do what you want to do. Live a blessed life. Cheers.